Hey guys, it's Luke. I got another lukewarm review for you today, and this is a lukewarm review. I'll probably be short because I don't have a lot to say about The Strangers Pray at Night, because this is a movie that essentially decided to take the middle ground in every conceivable way. Let's start with the experience. I mean, I did have fun. There are some reasonably good jump scares. I guess I'll start with the good things. There's some good jump scares. It's got a wider environment than the first one, and so some of the ways that it plays with the space are moderately interesting. There's some neon, and I fucking love neon, so I just wish there was more. The music is okay. Again, if they were going to have that sort of concept on it, I wish they had taken it a little bit further. But that's pretty much it. I mean, there's some backstory with the family that's not very successful, and I don't know. A lot of people in reviews that I'm seeing are comparing this to kind of classic slasher stuff, but it just wasn't that successful to me because there's no lore to it. And in a weird way, that was what worked really well about the first Strangers, was that you don't know anything about these people, even the good guys. You don't really get to know very much, hardly at all, about them or the bad guys. It's very self-contained. It's very random and hectic and terrifying. But something about this one just like slid that awkward middle ground where it was like, we want you to know like some about them, but like not enough for it to really, because you know, like if it's Jason, then you know that like he drowned in the lake and the other kids were mean to him. And if it's, you know, all the classics have their lore. So I don't know really why people are comparing this to classic slashers. I didn't get that from it pretty much at all. But again, like there's some cool things about it. I don't know. I'm not gonna crap on it because it's not the worst movie I've seen even this year so far, but it was just meh. Originality, yeah, it doesn't really do much that I haven't seen before, particularly in the past couple of years. It feels like it tried to capitalize on the kind of neon 80s revival, especially in horror, that's been going on recently, but again, it just didn't commit enough at all. So it was kind of unsuccessful there. The acting was weird and kind of hit or miss, particularly by the two younger kids, particularly by the lead. Like the daughter, I felt like in the very beginning was pretty bad. She clearly had never held a cigarette in her entire life, and also just like I wasn't really buying it. But then once things started going haywire and she was all like kind of anxious and weepy and panicky, she was really good at that. So, and I was like buying it, and I was like, okay, I don't know. So the acting was definitely hit or miss. Same with the young man. He wasn't very good at the beginning, but then things started going crazy, and then he was good. And so I was like, okay, the acting's whatever. And then the last thing I'll say is actually the cinematography is pretty great. There are some really cool classic zooms. There's some neon, like I said before, and then the music is also cool. So the aesthetics are there, specifically with the cinematography, I thought was really good. But if they wanted to make this a concept piece, they just needed to take it further in pretty much every way. So like, if you're a big horror nerd, go see it, I guess. And if you're gonna see it at all, probably see it in the theater, just because I had fun listening to the reactions of the stupid decisions that people were making, because this movie does have a bad case of all the protagonists make a lot of really stupid decisions. But yeah, unless you're a horror nerd, probably skip it. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that one. That was a lukewarm review. Thanks for everything, guys. You're great. Share, subscribe, do whatever you want.